Hello people on the internet, welcome to a new bullet journal plan with me video. Starting off with these supplies, there are some basic items like Fineliners, but also not so basic items like a new grid washi, which I'm obsessed with, and some random Tetris shapes in different colors. I wasn't really planning on adding Tetris shapes to my spreads, but while I was doing the inspiration page for August, I started cutting some shapes and then I decided to just roll with it. I was low-key playing Tetris in my head while I was cutting the shapes, so the addiction might be back. This month's theme was inspired, or actually is inspired, by Acme musicians' music video for their single Dinosaur, which had a really super aesthetic retro theme that I am obsessed with. I'm obsessed with a lot of things. Chicken wings, for example. Anyways, if you haven't checked out the song or video yet, I will make sure to link it in the description box down below so you can check it out because it's amazing. The theme kind of got lost in the middle of setting this month up, and it turned out to be more like a high school arts class theme with some retro aspects, which coincidentally really fits the back to school themes a lot of people are doing because it's August. Me personally, I never really got the craze about back to school in August because my school always started in September. So yeah, random notes. For my monthly overview, I decided to go back to a simple calendar layout, which is a 21 by 28 grid calendar, because this was supposed to be a rather simple theme, but you might guessed it. When it comes to my bullet journal, nothing ever goes as planned. So while I was doing the inspiration page, which is also a new spread, I realized nope, this is not going according to plan, so I thought, why not change the plan and make it look kind of like a high school locker? I don't know, like from High School Musical or stuff. So this is what I tried to do, and the quotes that I used are from Parks and Rec, which is the best show ever. Just putting it out there. Also, while I was looking for pictures, I found a couple of The Breakfast Club pictures, which is one of my all-time favorite movies, and I decided to add that to the dinosaur theme, which, to be honest, kind of is overshadowed by The Breakfast Club. And yeah, so that's why it seems... Oh yeah, sorry, I'm rambling, but I want to apologize for the lighting in advance, or actually it's happening right now, so it's not in advance, because I was filming this on 3 different occasions and I didn't have enough time for one long session, so that's why the lighting keeps changing. There are a few spreads that are new this month. Like I've mentioned previously, I really want to challenge myself to try out different layouts, spreads, and even color combinations, like in this case, that I would never, gravitate towards. So this month, for example, I added an expense tracker to be more conscious of my spending, because I think it's getting a little overboard, but we'll see by the end of this month. I'm very curious to see actually how much I spent every month. Or actually, I don't want to see it. I also decided to do monthly habit trackers instead of weekly ones, just to have them all in one place, and I kind of messed up the trackers by adding the grids, but it's okay, we learn from our mistakes, so that's not happening next time. And the grid, just makes it look so confusing and not clean or clear whatsoever. I also added a little YouTube element because I have been enjoying filming YouTube videos lately again after my slump, so why not have a place for that in my bullet journal? For the title of the habit tracker, I used Craftpaper and the grid washi as a background. I don't know why, but Craftpaper just gives a very retro feel to everything, and I'm not even sure if it's called Craftpaper, but in German it's called Craftpaper, so I'm just gonna go with it. As for the colors, I really do not like the color combination, to be honest, but there's something beautiful in the ugliness, I guess. And basically it's just a warm pack of Mildliners, and I do like them individually, but together they it's just not a combination that I would usually go for, but I thought, why not push myself and try to use the colors together and make them work. And I think they might seem like a good combination to a lot of people, because why else would they put the colors in one pack? After adding some more details to the spread, I'm moving on to the new spread, which will be, wait for it, legendary, no, just kidding, which is a color palette spread because, you know, I thought you gotta have one ugly spread in your bullet journal, and it's really ugly, so yeah. On the next page, I added a study plan, which I think will be quite helpful to me, but I regret adding the colors because I tend to color code the topics and the calendar overview, and it will get so crowded and ugly with time, I can already tell. But yeah, you know, lots of regrets, but I'm gonna use my brain a little bit more next month, I guess. Going back to my monthly overview, I'm just adding a Craftpaper note title to give the spread a little bit more dimension. And as for the color palette, I'm filling it out now, and I'm pretty sure there's a name for the color palette that I chose. Maybe secondary primary colors? No wait, secondary colors. Because secondary primary colors doesn't make any sense. Anyways, but I associate these colors with the word retro, so please tell me what you think of the colors. Do you find them ugly as well, but pretty at the same time? As for my weekly spread, I decided to go with a Polaroid theme because it's retro and I love that it's simple yet still not boring. And I also added an events tracker, which I use to write down study related stuff that I can't fit into my study plan, like weekly goals, etc. And I'm really torn over whether I like my theme or not, because on one side it's definitely not beautiful, but on the other hand, I like that this theme allows mistakes because it's high school inspired, and I also love that I can incorporate the Breakfast Club into the spreads. For example, for June, I incorporated Modern Family quotes and I really loved it. And so yeah, I'm not sure, I'm kind of torn. It's really weird that I don't really have a lot to say this time because I usually have tons of stuff that I want to share and I always run out of time, but it's kind of quite self-explanatory what I do here. I just add details and that's basically it, you know. There's really nothing going on here that I would want you to know in more detail. Except for this one thing. I am going to change the to-do list because I wasn't really feeling the grid paper, and once I remembered that I still had some craft paper left, I decided to replace that with craft paper because I think it just suits the overall spread a lot better. And yeah, now we're done. Despite the mixed feelings I have towards the spread, I still hope you enjoyed this video and that it was, you know, helpful in any way. For example, how not to do spreads. I hope I'll see you guys next time, and thank you for watching. Bye bye!